Alright, UFC 328 is this weekend. Last week I went 0 for 2 on my underdog picks, but I'm still ranked 13th on YouTube so far for 2026 for underdog predictors. I've found 4 fights this week with 4 bets that I think the bookies have gotten wrong, and we're going to make some money this week. We're going to punish them, we're going to flank the bookies, and we're going to take their defensive position and rob them blind of their money. First pick is Roman Kopylov. Okay, Roman Kopylov, he's had a bit of a rough period, okay, I will say that. He's 2 wins out of his last 5. They haven't been great, but look at who he's lost to, okay? He's lost to Anthony Hernandez by submission 2 years ago. Nothing wrong with that. It's Anthony Hernandez. Fluffy, what are you going to do? Comes in, beats Cesar Almeida in a split decision, knocks out Chris Curtis with a buzzer beater, and then loses to Paulo Costa by unanimous decision, who has had a recent resurgence with his last 2 fights. And then Gregory Rodriguez, who has absolutely just been murking fools left, right, and center recently. And he's taken these guys to competitive decisions. He's not getting flatlined. He's not getting smoked. He's taken them to competitive decisions. He's coming up against Marco Tulio, 14-2 record. He's a slight favorite at -180, coming off a flatline KO loss to Christian Leroy Duncan with a spinning back fist followed up with some punches. And I just think the matchup works out perfectly for him, really. He's a southpaw. Marco Tulio's an orthodox. Roman Kopylov loves to whip in that fast body kick to the liver over and over again. He's got good, fast, straight punches right down the pipe. Marco Tulio's got a very extensive, elongated guard that he keeps with his guard lower than his jaw, which could be a recipe for Roman Kopylov to whip that head kick up after a lot of body kicks. Just disguise it really well and catch him one with upstairs. I wouldn't be surprised. I am picking him by knockout. I don't think this one goes to decision. If he wins, it doesn't go to a decision. He's going to win by knockout. And Marco Tulio, he is going to try and mix in the grappling a little bit. He's coming off a flatline KO. I think he's going to be a little bit gun shy though. And Roman Kopylov is going to thrive if it's a clean and pretty fight. The uglier it is, the more it favors Marco Tulio. He does have good strikes with power. He does mix up the takedowns very well. But Roman Kopylov, he's got an 88% takedown defense. He mixes in his own offensive grappling. He's got a 75-inch reach, a half-inch reach advantage. They're both the exact same height. So you're looking at basically the exact same height and reach stats there. But he's just got the better rank. He's only lost to the ranked fighters, okay? And he picks up the pace over the course of 3 rounds. He builds in 3-round fights. He gets better as it goes along. Marco Tulio tends to fade. He hasn't been in that many wars against high-level guys like Roman Kopylov. And what I'm really banking on here, like I said, is the 88% takedown defense to defend the mix-up, the level changes that Marco Tulio will put together. But I just think at +155, slight underdog, you could put a money line bet here, and you could put Roman Kopylov to win by decision. By knockout. I'm going back and forth with my picks. Maybe that's the gambling god speaking to me. I don't know, but I'm taking Roman Kopylov to win by 3rd round KO here. All right, next value bet of the night. I'm taking Joel Alvarez, El Fenomeno, to beat Yaroslav Amosov. Alvarez is the dark horse of the welterweight division. He's made the move from lightweight not too long ago. Overall, he's just the better fighter. Okay, he's a great striker. He's got great power. He mixes it up real nice. Knees, elbows, kicks, punches. He's got it all. Okay, his only issue is he has struggled with the takedown defense. His last loss was to Arman Tsarukyan 4 years ago in an absolute vicious doctor stoppage beatdown. He got one of the worst cuts you'll ever see. It was an absolute bloodbath. But you know, that was 4 years ago. And to who? It was to Arman Tsarukyan. Top 10 pound for pound guy, really. Should be fighting Ilia Topuria for the title, but that's another story. He's a +145 slight underdog, okay? He's got great Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Could be a reason why he doesn't really defend the takedown so well is because he's so comfortable on his back. He's throwing up submissions, throwing up triangles. He's a danger wherever you take this. And Yaroslav Amosov, he's a good fighter, all right? He's a pure wrestler. very traditional, but he doesn't have the high level experience that Joel Alvarez does. This is a huge step up in competition. Huge. Coming off against a submission win against old man Neil Magny. You know, Neil Magny belongs in the fucking nursing home. He's doing it for money, all right? Because he can't survive without it because Dana doesn't pay them enough money. Once again, other story. But I think his takedown defense probably has improved. It's improved enough for him to just walk forward. He walks forward with pressure all the time. He's going to be pressuring. And as long as he can defend the takedowns of Yaroslav Amosov, there's nothing coming back at him. He relies purely on control. His ground and pound isn't that great. Okay, he's 6'3". He is gigantic for the welterweight division. He was gigantic for the lightweight division, coming up with lighter man skill, 2-inch reach advantage. He does have a 45% takedown defense. That is the only issue. If he keeps this fight on the feet, or even just momentarily, even when he gets taken down, he works his way back up. He doesn't get controlled for majority of these rounds. He's gonna piece him up. Okay, he's going to come forward like a zombie, similar to Charles Oliveira, and he's just going to walk him down and bust him up. And I think he could go. I'm taking Joel Alvarez by decision. I think this guy, he's Ukrainian. He's probably done some bullshit in the war. He's probably been in the trenches. He's tough. He's going to be able to take it. And Joel Alvarez, he is coming off a decision win against Vicente Luque, who, he beat Kevin Gastelum in his last fight. So, yeah, I'm taking Joel Alvarez as the underdog here at plus 145 to win this one by decision, 29-28 in a very close fight, but I think he'll do enough to get it done. Third value bet for UFC 328, the only favorite pick I've got for my value bets this week, Alexander Volkov to beat Waldo Cortez Acosta. Great heavyweight fight here. Really, absolutely high level. Volkov he's one of the best heavyweights in recent history. He's been in the top 10 for almost a decade. Okay, 39 wins, 11 losses. Arguably should be 5-0 in his last 5 with a split decision robbery against Cyril Gane. We all know what happened there. I agree. Even though I like Cyril Gane, I agree. It was a robbery. And he's coming up against Waldo Cortez Acosta here. And Waldo Cortez, he's a great athlete, former baseball player. He's improved in his wrestling. Okay, he's got a really good right hand, absolute heater of a right hand, painting corners like prime Nolan Ryan. He's got a good calf kick. He moves pretty well. He's got great hand speed, but he's a little bit predictable. He's a little bit basic in the way that he moves around. He's got a great chin, extremely durable. He's got the will to win, and he can overcome adversity. He showed that in the Ante D'Elia fight where he came back and knocked him out within 30 seconds of coming back after getting a really bad eye poke. But he has to get in the boxing range in order to be effective, and I don't see that happening. Volkov, the inspiration I see here is the exact same path to victory as he had against Sergey Pavlovich. That absolute clinic he put on almost 2 years ago. He's just circling around, popping him with that really long jab, hitting him with oblique kicks, following it up with a jab, teeps, body kicks to the liver, and he's just got a deeper bag of tricks in terms of what he can do. Not that much of a reach advantage, only 2 inches of a reach advantage, 6'7" to 6'4", but the way he handled Pavlovich is exactly how I see him gonna bust up Waldo Cortez Acosta, right? Just absolutely beating down his legs, beating his body up, just mixing it up so well. He can defend the takedown if Waldo Cortez Acosta does decide to grapple a little bit, but I don't think he will. He's a striker. He likes to get up. He likes to fight on the feet. And I don't think he's high IQ enough or well-versed in the wrestling enough to really cause Volkov problems in terms of taking him down and manhandling him on the ground, holding there for any significant amount of time. Because in 2026, the lay and pray style doesn't work no more with the judges. It just doesn't. And these last loss and his only loss in his last fight for Waldo was to Sergey Pavlovich. And I know MMA math is a bit shady, but Alexander Volkov. This is my most confident pick of the week. Volkov to win this one by decision, an absolute clinic, just circling around, staying long, using that jab, using his teeps, all of his length, all of his bag of tricks will be pulled out here in an absolute 3-round clinic, and he's going to be calling for the winner of either the Cyril Gane, Alex Pereira fight, or whoever wins that fight after. He's in line for a title shot is what I'm saying. There ain't... Who else is he going to fight? I mean, Josh Hokert. He could, if Josh Hokert pulls off the win at the White House card, but I just think he's a heavyweight fighter of a different class, and he's going to get the job done here. All right, final value pick for UFC 328, Joshua Van versus Tatsuro Taira. I'm going to take Joshua Van to win this one by decision. All right, I think the odds are a little bit indicative of the way he won the belt against Alexandre Pantoja in an absolute fluke injury. Okay, but I think Joshua Van can defend the takedowns. And other than the takedown and the control time, what the fuck does Tatsuro Taira have to bring on the feet? All right, he's not going to outstrike Joshua Van. His 5-round cardio is questionable. He showed that is a weakness in the Royval fight, who Joshua Van completely pieced up and almost finished him in the 3rd round. He has no signs of showing down. There is a bit of a question mark as to what was his injury that left him out of the last pay-per-view at UFC 327. Is that going to be of any sort of significance in this fight? I don't think so. Okay, he's going to be pressuring Taira. He's going to be putting Taira on the back foot, and he doesn't fight that well off the back foot, old Taira, okay? It's going to be harder for him to mount that offensive grappling. Get the fuck out of here, cloud storage, you cunt. Anyways, Van has proven that he can beat different styles, okay? He's fought the grapplers. He's fought the strikers, all right? On the feet, he's going to absolutely be piecing him up, knees up the middle, elbows in the clinch, swapping stances, blitzing in. He's got the volume. He has to win rounds, not moments. Taira will win moments. Where he loses this fight is if Taira can just take him down early in the round, take his back, hunt for submissions, and just take the round. Win the round on pure control. But if Joshua Van, I don't think he's going to be held down on the ground. He's got more power, more output, a better chin. Okay, he's going to have extended combinations. He's going to be causing damage. He's going to be making Taira pay that entry fee in order to get that takedown, okay? Boom, knee up the middle. Elbow in the clinch. It's just going to be, does he have a good get off the game, and can he keep enough of those takedowns away from him in order to win this fight? And I think he can. He does have a significant reach disadvantage of 5 inches. He's 2 inches shorter. But the way he fights, he's just got to get in the boxing range. If he can get inside, he will destroy him, and he'll piece him up over 5 rounds. Now, Taira is tough. He can take a beating. He doesn't give up on himself. But he's only pretty much got a right hand on the striking. It's a good straight right hand. It does have some power. But other than that, he doesn't have much. He's one-dimensional on the feet. So Joshua Van to win this one by decision at plus 550 was the last I checked, or on the money line at plus 165 is the play. And to wrap it all up, I'm going to quick fire the rest of my picks for the card. Clayton Carpenter versus Jose Ochoa. I'm going to take Ochoa to win by knockout. I think he's the better striker. If he can defend the takedowns of Clayton Carpenter, he should be all right. He fought Asu Amabayev and Lona Kavanagh. So 2 of these 3 fights are against ranked competition. I just think he's going to have the class advantage and the power advantage. Basangul Surkaev against Jordan Santos. This guy lost Ozzy Diaz. Enough said. Surkaev is going to knock him out first round. Pat Sabatini versus William Gomez. I'm taking Pat Sabatini. His wrestling just seems to be on a different level. Gomez has struggled with wrestlers. I mean, he had 13 minutes of control time. Even in this day and age where it's damage-based scoring, 13 minutes of control time, what are you going to do with that? Roman Kopylov, like I said, Roman Kopylov to win by knockout is one of the value bets of the night. Jim Miller against Jared Gordon. I'm going to take the Flash to win this one by decision against Battle of the Unks. They're going to put it on a very good show, but I'm going to take Jared Gordon. As long as he doesn't get hit by a car, he should be all right. Grant Dawson against Mateusz Rebecki. I'm going to take Mateusz Rebecki, another underdog here, to win this one by knockout. Dawson's chin's been a little bit suspect. If he does get it down to the ground, it could be an issue. But like I said, this damage-based scoring that we've been seeing in 2026 is going to favor someone like Rebecki. Joel Alvarez by decision against Yaroslav Amosov. Atiba Gauthier first exchange knockout against Ozzy Diaz. Anything outside the first round is fucking embarrassing. King Green against Jeremy Stephens. I think King Green's going to box him up. 3-round absolute clinic. Jeremy Stephens, he's tough, he's durable. He's the hardest hitting 145er. But I just think King Green, he looked good in his last fight against that dweeb Daniel Zellhuber. Fuck that guy for real. But I just don't think Jeremy Stephens has got what it takes to beat him. Sean Brady against Joaquin Buckley. I'm taking Joaquin Buckley to win that one by knockout. I think he's going to show improved takedown defense. He figured it out in the last round against Kamaru Usman, despite the fact getting absolutely out-wrestled. Shows that he does have the ability to defend the takedowns. And Sean Brady, he's got no power on the feet. If he doesn't get the takedowns, what has he got? He's got nothing. So I'm taking Joaquin Buckley. I think he's going to knock him out. I think that's another good value play. Volkov against Cortez Acosta. Volkov by decision. Joshua Van Tyra, Van by decision. And then Khamzat Chimaev against Sean Strickland. I think, Sean Strickland's been saying Khamzat Chimaev, he's a goat fucker, he's this. He's going to replace the goat, and he's the one that's going to be fucked in this scenario. Khamzat Chimaev to win this one by an absolute grapple fuck. 5-round fest. Khamzat Chimaev by decision is the play. There you go, lads. That is the UFC 328 value bet breakdown. Hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, subscribe. See you next time.